Hi everyone, my name is Scott and this is my reef tank. This is a 90-gallon reef ready tank that's predominantly softy and SPS. This video is going to be mostly about the main tank and just giving you a look at what I have. This tank has been up now for 6 months, and since it's on a budget, it moves rather slowly. I don't have as many corals as I'd like to have right now, but what I got, I like. That mushroom rock on the left is probably one of the biggest mistakes I've made since I got in the hobby. I've had to separate it from the rest of the rockscape simply because those mushrooms take over everything. Every time I look at the tank, I take a look at this corner first, because I'm always finding mushrooms that want to go out into the sand and make it to the rest of the rocks. So it can really get to be a huge pain to control that. The only thing left on this rock are 2 very, very small pieces of chalice that you'll be able to see as soon as my powder blue tang and yellow tang get out of the way. I really do hope they start growing before the mushrooms just start growing right over top of them. Here's a part of my rockscape that I'm really happy with. I bought this shelf to put LPS or chalice on, and it came out really good, even though it took the better part of an hour to get it to sit there right. Moving down to the sand, I have some green pallies sitting on another piece of rock. They're another thing that grow really quick and will take over anything you put it on. There's my zoanthids. They just will not grow at all. But with the addition of a new light that I can have on the tank, which will be in a future video, they're starting to take off a little bit. Now while my clownfish decide to entertain you a little bit, here is my Duncan coral. It's starting to take off, starting to grow out, and so is the pagoda coral right behind it. I constantly find new heads popping up on both the Duncan and the pagoda, which is really great. It makes me feel really good about the way they're coming along. I'm hoping that they're going to fill in this rock really well. Now coming up, the frog spawn you see has been with me for 5 years. I've done everything to this and it's still living. I've dropped rocks on it, hit it against the glass, and currently my clowns are hosting it, and it still gets more and more heads every day. That's one of the 2 cleanest shrimp back in the cave, and they stay there all day until the lights go out and then they come out. One thing I really like doing is creating caves and tunnels for my fish to swim through. I've done that in all the 5 years I've been in the hobby, and every time I redo a rockscape, it always has to have tunnels and caves in it. And here's a closer look at the green pallies. Right here I'm looking for a harlequin shrimp. As you can see on the back glass, I have asterina starfish, and that's what I got to take care of that problem. I really, really like tangs, as you can see. The yellow tang and the fox face have been with me for about 5 years, and the hippo tang and my bucket fish, the powder blue tang, which is going to be coming up, they're about 4 months old. When I got them, there was a flame angel in my tank that didn't make it, and he had ick and infested the whole tank with it. The only way to get rid of it was to take all the fish out and quarantine them. I had to leave my tank fallow for 7 or 8 weeks, which was a real big pain because all I was looking at was corals and rocks. Not that I don't appreciate that, but I'd rather see the fish. We beat ick, and they're all healthy and swimming fine and eating. Which I was really happy I didn't lose any tangs. The only thing I did lose was an orange spotted goby and a mandarin, which sucked. This is the blue and white LED fixture that I have above my tank. I'm going to be getting a full spectrum one, and that also will be in a future video. And there they are, hosting my frog spawn. This is a pain. Hopefully a solution to this, I'm going to be getting a pair of rose bubble tip anemones to get the clowns hosting that instead of the frog spawn. Also, my onyx clown does poke around the Duncan coral, so that's another reason why I want to get the rose bubble tips and see if they'll start hosting them. They are a mated pair, and they do spawn and leave eggs underneath the frog spawn, so I don't know how that's going to work out, but it's an experiment and we'll see how it works out. This is just another look around the tank. There's a close-up of the zoanthids that I really am having a hard time getting them to grow. The candy canes are growing, and the fungia plate has never changed size since I got it, and that's about 3 years ago. I'm hoping that the additional light that I'm getting and the increase in spectrum will start growing the corals that I'm having a difficult time with. The zoanthids, I really want them to grow. My nitrates and phosphates are at 0 or untraceable. So I hope that the lighting is the issue. I've done about everything else to the tank I could think of to get them to grow, and the light's the only thing. And this right now is, I've changed it to all blue light. It's not, the colors are not really coming out the way I want them to, but it gives you an idea of what the tank looks like with blue lighting. It seems like I couldn't get enough chances to take a picture of the frog spawn. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a shot down the length of the tank. The way I put my rockscape is to have space between the front and the back, so I'm giving the fish enough room to swim around and through the rocks. I really like this shot, and I hope you like it too. That's about all I got for now. If you like what you've seen, please like the video, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll have more videos coming up soon, hopefully. And leave any of your comments down below. Okay. Take care, and I'll see you around the tank.